try to figure out how to do this microphone. Get ready to rock and roll. If you are not a voting senator, please come down and sign in at the sign-in sheet. There are some handouts about Robert's Rules of Order that I handed out in June, but if you, lost them or they're underneath your car seat or whatever, they're also posted on the site. Robin, you are voting. You're voting. Yep. Yep. So you should get the email for attendance. If not, just kind of wave us down. Yep. Yes. No, thank you. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to put it on the agenda, but we'll do a vote to confirm. Sure. Kim. You can put them up front if you want. All right, we're gonna get ready to rock and roll. I had to adjust the agenda a little bit today. Our officer in charge is unable to attend due to some last minute commitments. So you just have me for the introduction. I'm gonna be calling on a few people to help me out with this as well. But welcome back, September, fall 2023 semester. It is the third week of the semester. I still feel like I don't have my bearings quite yet. And actually, I was talking with Vice Chair Kelly Nongst earlier about brushing off the dust from June and summer and kids and all these activities and kind of getting back into the swing of things for today. And then, of course, I can't see any of you because we're in the auditorium, and I'm realizing maybe my glasses are scratched because they're really glary. But thank you for being flexible. Police Academy booked our regular room for the month, so we are here today. Thank you to Bob for noticing it and letting me know in August, so we were able to not have to do this last minute like the last time that happened. So with talking and things like that, again, remember we need microphones because the people on the stream can't hear you even if you are allowed and able to project. So Joe Lundeen is in the back. He's going to be getting his steps in today. He's the microphone man. If anybody looks at him sideways because he took too long to get to you, you are also going to become a microphone person. So don't give him a hard time. He's doing us a favor. All right. So a few things that are going on today. So I know I mentioned Dr. Sagai. She's unable to become, but according to our Facebook, and I have the ECC Facebook, here it is up here. So Adium was just named a recipient of this year's 2023 Power 100 Business Leaders of Color by Buffalo Business First. And so awesome, congratulations to Adium. So if you see her in the hallway, there's a link with more details. So it's, talented business leaders and diversity that strive for innovation to grow and cultivate the Western New York economy. So that's an awesome honor for Adium and, of course, our college as our officer in charge. So that's great stuff. Couple other little things. We have a Jenna Bischler from the foundation is here to join us today. I forgot where she went. There she is. She's here, and she has an event. You want to come up and introduce yourself, and I'll pull up that flyer. It doesn't want to download because, of course, it doesn't. already downloaded it. All right, there you go.
Thank you. I already succeeded because I didn't fall going up the stairs, so that's quite a success for the day. So thank you for having me. I'm Jenna Bickler. I am the Executive Director of the Foundation. I've met many of you. Again, I can't see you either because of the glare, but it's nice to see many of you again. We are having our first annual gala. It is November 2nd from 6 to 9 at the Powerhouse downtown, which if you haven't been, is an incredible space, but we are going to turn it into a jazz lounge for one night only. Information will be sent to you. I put flyers, postcards on the table. Please grab those. And it's on the website under the foundation where you can purchase tickets or encourage other people to come and join and purchase tickets. We're really excited. We think it's going to be an incredible event, a really great opportunity to network with each other, network with other members of the community. We'll have a number of different stakeholders from the outside community as well. So please, please, please join us, buy tickets, encourage other people to join us, and enjoy a beautiful night of jazz, cocktails, and dinner.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us today. All right, a couple of other things. We have SNAP is coming, so our deans of students wanted everyone to know, and I guess this will come out in an email from the Dean of Students office to students and faculty, but there is a nutrition outreach and education program, an OEP, that can help our students determine if they are eligible for SNAP. They're going to be coming to all three campuses. They'll be at North on September 27th outside the cafeteria. City, they'll be here October 4th, which is going to be in the atrium, and then they'll be at South Campus on October 11th in the cafeteria as well. There's also flu clinics that are going to be coming up, again, at all three campuses. October 3rd at North from 11 to 1 in the cafeteria. October 9th at City, 11:30 to 12:30 in Post 228. And then October 5th, 11:30 to 12:30 in 5109 at South Campus. And then October 16th is World Hunger Day. So the college will also be doing something for that as well. So please be on a lookout for your emails. Just scan this really quick. I looked at it and then I forgot where I'm supposed to be reading. I should have put a mark on it. Suicide Prevention Month is coming up. Suicide Prevention Month Awareness is coming up for October. And right now, the college is going to be offering free certified QPR training, so suicide intervention training for free through the college. And that will also be coming out via an email. So if you want to become certified in QPR, information will be coming out shortly. There's going to be a website, and it's through SUNY and the college. And you can email erieconnects@ecc.edu for more information, and then watch your emails for more. Last week, we had the presidential candidates here, 4 candidates, Tuesday through Friday, so we had to adjust College Senate to today. And then with that, we had to make a couple other adjustments to Senate scheduled events. So normally we would have had the faculty caucus of the Senate today, but we are bumping that to next week, which is going to be Tuesday the 26th. That's going to be via email or via WebEx. Kelly Nongs will send out information to the faculty caucus of the Senate listserv, so look for that for faculty. Senate Executive Committee is going to be moved to October 3rd now, so that pushes back a week. If anybody has anything that they would like discussed on the College Senate floor or added to an agenda, you need to email it to myself, Mary Ertel, or Kelly Nongs, or all three of us before the 3rd in order to get it on the agenda for Senate Executive, which will then set the agenda for the October meeting. Senate will still stay on October 10th as originally scheduled, which is the day after Indigenous Peoples Day in October. And then there's 2 last things. There's a student forum that's coming up that our counseling unit is putting on. There are flyers up here as well. Colleen, you're the best. She's like Vanna White up there for me. Here they are, because it doesn't want to pull up on the screen, because I'm live. All right, well, I promise it's there. Let me see if... Nope. Let me see if I can dig it out of my email quick, because I know Kim sent it to me a couple of times. And the attachment's not there. All right, so I give up. It's there, it's posted. It is Wednesday, October 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. North Campus in the Spring Student Center. It's going to include works of art for conflict resolution, career services, taking the high road with ChatGPT, which is, I know, a hot topic, transferring to another college, navigating Brightspace, time management, and how to become a millionaire. Maybe I'll come attend that. So that is there. It's gone out on email. It's posted to the College Senate site, and there are flyers up here for you as well. And then lastly, I want to point out that it's Hispanic Heritage Month, started a few days ago, and it is September 15th through October 15th. And a good resource is our Hispanic Heritage of Western New York Foundation. And they have all sorts of different activities that are coming up in the next couple of weeks to celebrate that event. Okay, so with that, let me pull up the agenda and we'll go from there. So the first thing, order of business, is to approve the minutes from the June 2023 College Senate meeting. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes? All right, Jackie Bollinger, and then a second, Jackie Bossman. Okay, is there any questions, comments, objections? All right, so we are going to approve those by consent. All right, we did a quick review of Robert's Rules of Order in June, mostly how to make a motion, how to stop motions, and things like that to have the meeting run smoothly. We are still looking for a parliamentarian. If you're interested, you do not need to be a college senator to be our parliamentarian. You also don't need to be a faculty member. So if anyone is interested, or if anyone out there is watching and they're like, I really like that stuff, parliamentarian business, and you're not a senator, but you'd like to attend, or if anyone attends on a regular basis and they want to have a more active role, if they're not a senator, please let us know. And governance, Michael Rio. So he's right there.
Just a quick governance report. We have a election for voting liaison, so that will affect non-voting liaisons. We're going to run the election online. If you're a non-voting liaison, you'll receive an email from Senate Governance. We're calling for nominations, and those can be submitted until this Friday, and then the election will be next week. I think that's all I have.
Thank you, Michael. So as a reminder, per the College Senate bylaws, there are 4 voting liaisons from a list of AAECC members. There are 5 people currently that are non-voting liaisons that are of the AAECC union. Juan Martinez, Crystal Grams, Donna Procknell, Phil Struble, and Cheryl Duquette that are eligible. You may self-nominate, or you may be nominated. Only liaisons may submit nominations. Liaisons are makeup of faculty, SES, and AAECC, so we have them listed there. Again, if you are a voting or non-voting liaison, look out for an email from Michael Rio regarding this position. All right, next up we have middle stage. Oh, Michael.
Sorry, I didn't want to just jump in. We also have faculty vacancies and at-large vacancy. So if anyone is interested or knows someone that's interested, send an email to Senate Governance or to Colleen.
Is
Or
that
Colleen.
listed somewhere on the site, the vacancies?
The vacancies are on the membership site. We have 2 part-time teaching, an elected at-large, technology south, technical assistant. Sometimes there are resignations we receive late, so there might be other openings.
Right, I think there's a couple liberal arts as well. So if you're interested, again, please reach out to us, and we'll also be reaching out to people to help fill those vacancies.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. All right, Middle States and Strategic Plan, Catherine Calesto.
We had our verification visit from Middle States on June 16th. It was a very uneventful meeting. They just looked to see that the city campus existed. It was very, very, very simple and awkward. But the building was standing, and we got that checked off the list. Again, that just to remind everyone, that was because we had a virtual visit for our during COVID. And then we submitted our July 7th follow-up report on time. Strategic plan was introduced at opening day. It is available on the college website, and we will be reaching out with additional focus groups and discussions for next steps, creation of dashboards, tracking, and reporting. And then Dr. Sagai asked me to mention something else, Colleen, if that's all right. Mm-hmm. We had submitted, I think you've all probably heard about the transformation fund that was from Governor Hochul's office. SUNY Erie submitted and successfully was chosen to be part of the ASAP and ACE programs, which is a advisement model program that was successful at CUNY schools, which had about an 85% completion rate in the students that were participating in that program. And I just wanted to mention that we are the only Western New York community college that was part of that program, and we have partnered with Buffalo State. So you should be keep your ears and eyes on your email, because we will be looking for some support and reaching out for folks to participate. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Strategic Enrollment Management, Dr. Erickson Nealons.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I was really upset that I sat next to Kathy in this meeting, because I was actually going to try to run away from Joe and see if he could catch me with the microphone, and I think that'd be
There's
fun
still
for
time.
all.
He has to get it from you, so you can make him chase you to
Thank
turn
you
it
for the
back.
idea. I recommend, appreciate the collaboration on this, and it may in fact happen at the end here, Joe, so just be prepared. The 22-23 academic year has come to a close from our fiscal standpoint as well as enrollment standpoint. Official numbers will then be submitted on October 1st to SUNY, and we'll have those vetted, finalized, authorized numbers probably by the end of the month in October or November, so that'll be released. But at this time, based on our local numbers for 22-23, there are some promising lead indicators, especially for our first-time student enrollment, where we were increased compared to the prior year. And I think that's a really remarkable success for us as an institution to see that first-time student enrollment increase, about right now projected around 0.5 percentage point to 1 percentage point for the year. That's a testament of everyone working together, reaching out to students, advising them, getting them registered. So that was excellent to see. For this upcoming year, or current year, I should say, for the fall semester, we're once again seeing that our first-time students, again, from our local data, may have some increases compared to the prior year. So there are some early indications that we will once again see an increase in that first-time student enrollment. I think once again, our greatest opportunity lies in keeping our students here. I really want to call out Colleen Reedy and what we're doing on the academic side, the student support services side, to really welcome students and to help them as we look to have them both persist and retain them throughout the year. As we now work collectively as an institution, the strategic enrollment management plan is out there. We've had a number of opportunities to actually work on some of the different actions, and so I encourage everyone as we work within our semester and how we plan our schedule for spring semester, take a look at that plan. It's a really good way then to be able to help our enrollment overall at the institution.
Great, thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Kathy or Erickson? Great, thank you. Academic Assessment Committee, Dr. Sabrina Kane.
So this is going to be fairly short and sweet, but for those of you who missed it on opening day, Nuventive is gone. Anyone who wants to party can talk to me afterwards. But
We can clap.
But assessment is not gone. And so the Academic Assessment Committee is going to be meeting again starting at the end of September. And we're going to be rolling out a new assessment process, which hopefully is going to be a lot more user-friendly. So be on the lookout for contact from somebody from IRAP who's going to be meeting with the individual units. And as we, just don't drop the ball, so the kind of good work that we've been doing in terms of assessing our courses, we should keep up with that. It's just we're going to be submitting it in a bit of a new format, keeping track of it in a format that will be easier and a lot less costly for the institution.
Great, thank you. Dave Uzinski is next with the 7.5 week update. And I gotta see if I can follow the directions that he sent me earlier. It's not letting me. Hang on. I'm just gonna log myself out. Or I don't know what I'm doing.
You can just go to Workday.
I don't know how to do that.
Just type workday.ecc.edu.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Oh, look at that.
And then the fall 2023 schedule in the search. So just an update on fall half semester courses. At yesterday's enrollment numbers, we had 312 students registered for either first half or second half course. We had 18 total courses, 3 of them were first half. So that's pretty good numbers. Compared to last year, we only had 162 students at this point, so we almost doubled that. And there were only 9 sections last year at this time. I think we were adding sections later. So what Colleen brought up was how to search for the half semester courses on your fall semester. So if you go to course tags, and then scroll down. I know there's a lot of course tags, but look for the keyword half. And once you click on that, it will list all the half semester courses that are available for this fall semester. Notice that we did make improvements. One of the complaints, or I guess it was a complaint. Feedback, thank you. That's a good way to put it. Was that students unknowingly had signed up for the course because they didn't recognize the meeting times were different. So we brainstormed and we came up with putting the time right in, or the dates right in the title. And so that seemed to help. Moreover, I took the initiative in the middle of August and I sent 3 emails to every student registered for a half semester course by course, and let them know that they had in fact registered, and if that was their intention, they're good to go. And if not, I gave them directions on how to swap out or contact me if they needed help. So hopefully, with the feedback we had in the spring, that students actually chose the courses correctly as intentional. Some other things that perhaps we need to look at, I got some feedback from some instructors, is maybe the dates. For example, should there be a 1-week add drop for a 7.5-week course? So anyway, I think we just have to fine tune some of that. Remember, spring schedules are being put together now, and if you have some ideas for some half semester courses, that would be great. I sat next to general studies at Open Advisement or Open Registration, and we chatted, and I said, hey, it would be cool if you offered like a GS 111 in the first half and a GS 299 in the second half for students who maybe at the last minute changed their major to general studies, that they could actually complete it without having to go into the summer. So if you have other ideas and suggestions on sequence courses, that would be great. Or if you would just like to, you know, discuss and add, if it's viable, some other half semester courses, that would also be wonderful. Wow, we got some sounds. And Erickson has some information on some ideas and initiatives about enrolling students.
Great. Erickson?
Thank you. We've had an opportunity to really, I would say, embrace and promote the second half, 7.5-week classes currently. Here at the North Campus, you'll see on our digital signs that are promoting our 7.5-week classes, also on MyECC. What we're currently doing is students that were admitted but not registered for the fall semester, we're sending active campaigns to their personal emails that there's still an opportunity for them to register for these second half semester classes. And if they do so before the end of the month, able to still use financial aid. We're also then allowing our current students to do this through the work of, thanks to Amy Yoder and the academic advisors. They can meet with them as well to be able to make some of those changes. And then once we get past the end of this month, we're going to also then shift focus to our current student population to also allow them to be able to register before, as you see here, at the end of the month when those classes start, once again through the academic advisors to make sure that these students are good candidates and eligible and understand the format for those classes.
Awesome, thanks. Does anyone have any questions for Dave or Erickson regarding 7.5-week courses? All right, great, thank you. All right, and Paul Daniel. Sorry, Joe, back corner. So Paul's got our facilities report.
I'll be very brief. City campus is pretty much completely restored. We got rooms 358 and 360 back last week. We just got to refurnish them, and IT is working on that. The only remaining room is 460. That's like the old courtroom, and because it's much more ornate, they're still in the process of redoing the woodwork, but they do expect to be out of there in the early part of October. North Campus, no, actually, the city roof replacement is going to start. You might have noticed scaffolding going up down there. They're going to at least try to get maybe a quarter of the project done this fall before the weather turns. And then they'll be back. The scaffolding will come down, and they'll be back in the early spring to get that done. The city skylight, which was planned to start this summer, kept getting pushed back because the skylight panels were unavailable. But those were finally, the engineering associated with them were finally resolved, and they will be starting in the spring, probably end of March, early April, weather permitting. So North Campus, the windows and doors in spring are mostly completed. The remaining windows that are still kind of boarded up are in the shop. The vents, the windows and the glasses installed in them, they're sealed, but they're curing. So they expect to start popping the rest of those in today or tomorrow and have all the windows done by the end of next week. And then there's just a few minor items, some molding here and there that they shouldn't really involve anybody having to be out of their office. It'd be more or less just having to work around them a little bit. South Campus, there's really not much new. We're finally, since the semester's rolling, we're going to start consolidating some of the faculty offices. I believe it's 2, 3, and 5. So those notices are going to start going out, I believe, next week. What else we got? So the first Bills game, home game occurred, and the first person jumped the fence, half naked, and had to be fished out of the hole associated with this new stadium. So I'm sure more fun things are going to come with that whole project. But it was funny because they were really kind of dragging and getting the fence up around the hill, but there was about 10 crews there today trying to make sure that that gets up a little quicker now. Is there any other questions on facilities? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Paul. You're off the hook. Also, I forgot to put this on the agenda under governance, but really quick, Robin Coran Capasso is going to be joining us. There she is. Thank you very much. As a one-year appointment to College Senate as a department head. So thank you, Robin, for filling that role for us. That's been empty for a while. All right. Does anyone have any other old business? All right, going to move over to new business. 3-week roster, an email did go out, but I'm going to have Andy, I saw him, there he is, Andy or Erickson. All right, they're pointing at each other. It looks like Erickson's going to get up and make Joe chase him. All right, 3-week rosters, Erickson.
Yeah, thank you. So yes, you did receive an email from Andy in the registrar's office about completing the 3rd-week rosters. I appreciate Colleen had the idea here at the Senate meeting today to bring this up. Those 3rd-week rosters are really valuable documents and are very much important to complete and to complete accurately. Honestly, I actually want to also thank Amy for having me be a part of the administrative drop committee, because that to me was actually really enlightening, having come from the faculty side and teaching and having completed these many times and understand now the impact that those have and when they are not completed. I mean, just in a year alone, I can tell you there's so many students that'll come to that committee in which it was a never attend or was not completed correctly, and it could be literally one class, right? And it happens more times than not where there's one class in which this wasn't completed properly, and it can impact an ability for a student to continue their academic progress. Their financial aid can be affected. There's a whole slew of different impacts that this can have. So please, I truly urge you for the students' sake, not only this semester, but for future semesters, and their ability to register for their financial aid package to be accurate, to help them throughout their academic journey. Please complete those 3rd-week rosters in an accurate way. There's always, as Andy will say, the ability to add a student back if it is where they attend, they show up. We understand, there's a variety of circumstances as to why a student may not be on that roster at that point in time. And if, again, you feel that they can complete the class and come back on, that's fine, add them. But please make sure to submit those accurately and to submit them on time. It really does have an impact on those students for this semester and for future semesters.
Great.
Also, it's really important for the institution as well, as we work then diligently to report out at these meetings, board meetings, to SUNY, having accurate data as to who's in the classes, what classes on those rosters, really does help us also from a planning purpose. So I know it may seem like it is a tedious task and it's a just do it, but truly spend some additional look, be honest about it, and it really is going to help both the students and the institution.
Great, thank you. I see Andy has a microphone you'd like to add?
Just one other piece to add. Thank you to the full-time faculty. We did some evaluation of the reporting that took place over the last 2 years. Over 90% of full-time faculty, their name is showing in that report. We last fall, as some may have seen through email, we had about 1,300 students, 1,300 registrations affected by Never Attend, which included about 600 students. So a pretty large number. When we looked at faculty reporting, over 90% of full-time faculty had reported. Where we saw the deficiency was on the part-time faculty category. There were far less part-timers reporting the never attend report. So for those that have interaction with part-timers, certainly encourage those folks to follow the process, submit the report. If they have questions, Terry Page is available and certainly can assist with how to make that reporting happen.
Great, thank you. And the reason why this had come up initially is a number of years ago, Paul Lamanna did a little piece at a Senate meeting in September, it was probably like 5 or 6 years ago, about the importance of third week rosters and the financial impact it has on our students if we don't actually follow through as instructors on filling out the third week rosters. And I had talked to several faculty members after the fact, faculty members that have always towed the line, are always, you know, first in line to do things the correct way, that just didn't do it because they thought it was another piece of paper that was a pain in the neck, just find more things to do without knowing the impact it has on our students and their future in education and financial aid. So after that meeting, and talking with those faculty members, I wanted to make sure that we continue to just remind people that it is not just another form that we're being asked to fill out. It does impact our students negatively if we do not. With the third week rosters, I also want to encourage people that if you have students that you're going to NA on the form, maybe reach out to them. Maybe they don't realize that it's not too late to start their semester, right? We're only 2 weeks in. I had a student that showed up on 2 days after drop ed ended because she thought the first day of school was September 13th for whatever reason, right? We know that there's messaging that goes out all over the place and it's confusing. People have had off for 3 months. And, you know, I'm still working with her to get her back on track for this fall semester. But she's here, she's showing up, and she's gonna get the job done, right? So before you NA them, reach out to them via email or maybe try sending them a quick call, checking in on them, hey, just checking, it's not too late, you know, come on in, we can, you know, work this out, that kind of thing. And then as Erickson pointed out, if you NA a student and then they show up, we can always put them back, right? It's much easier for us to put them back on the roster if it's a, you know, they decide to start attending than it is to NA them after the fact, all right? And then I went out of order a little bit, so we're gonna pop back to the appointment of Robin, and we need to codify that with a vote of the Senate body. So I would like to take a motion to accept the appointment of Robin Curran-Capasso as Department Head for College Senate. Michael Rio, second, Derek Bateman. Are there any questions or comments? Are there any objections? All right, so the motion passes by consent. Thank you, Robin, and sorry about that. And thank you, Michael Rio, for texting me about that process I missed. Sports update, Steve Mullen.
So our fall athletic teams have been here for 7 weeks now. Our winter athletic teams are starting to practice this month. Hockey tryouts start today. Bowling, swimming are going today. So our student athletes, we have over 300 student athletes running around this campus right now participating in athletics. We have some exciting events coming up. Our volleyball team is off to a great start this year. It's one of the best programs in the region. And they have a game this Thursday at home. They play at the Flickinger Center at 6 o'clock. On October 5th, they're having a Dig Pink event. SGA is helping us with that. And food, drinks, games, etc. That's a 6 o'clock game on October 5th. The football team's off to a good start with 2 wins in their first 3 games, and they have 2 home games left, October 14th and October 21st, both at noon at Williamsville South High School. So we're excited about that. What else we got coming up? So yeah, that's with our athletic teams now. I would say, Paul didn't mention this, and I'm sure there's been some rumors and talk going around, but there has been funding found to begin building new outdoor athletic fields up here at North Campus. So we are in that process now. We will be breaking ground hopefully in the spring is what we're hoping at this point. but the engineering design firm has been established, so that's good news. Next weekend, the 30th and 1st, is that September 30th, October 1st. If you're hanging around here at North Campus, there's a pretty cool event out here. USA Wheelchair Football League with teams from across the country, including our own Buffalo Bills, is having a tournament right here at North Campus over in lots 9 and 10 over by S Building all day long. I think it starts at 8 a.m. each day and runs till 4 or 5 each day. So if you happen to be around here and it's something that interests you, just stop in and see that. And I think finally, with faculty, I think everybody knows this, or most people know this. The majority of our teams, our coaches, are on a stipend, right? They're working full-time jobs at other places. So if for some reason you need to get a hold of someone in athletics, you can always reach out to me, and I can reach out to the coaches if you can't get to them directly, because some of them are really only here for practice and games, and then they're out recruiting and bringing students here. So if anybody needs to reach anyone, you can reach out to me. I think that's it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Steve. Does anyone have any questions for Steve? Okay. Preferred name for students, Catherine Calesto, or Erickson, or Andy. Let you guys tag team each other. So these last two events or items on the agenda came up during the town hall portion of our June College Senate meeting, which is off the record. And so what we're doing as a College Senate executive team is finding out information on things that have come up during the town hall portion, and then getting that information and then adding it to the agenda the following meetings to inform the college body. So that one of them was the sports update, and then also students being able to use their preferred name on Workday, et cetera. Kathy.
So students have the opportunity to change their preferred name within the Workday platform, and that is pushed to Brightspace and many other areas throughout the college. The one area that we do not have it being pushed to at the moment is Starfish. We have been working with a consultant over the past 6 months to attempt to remedy the situation, and we will be more than likely leaving the Starfish platform in January. So we have been investigating a secondary attendance platform that would be linked into Brightspace. There should be about 16 faculty who will be tapped within the next week or two as soon as we get the go-ahead from the company to look at that, to test it. We'll be testing it in its links back for that Never Attend survey that we were talking about to the registrar's office. But it would already have the preferred name since it's linked to Brightspace. So we apologize for the inconvenience, but we encourage all faculty to use either Brightspace or Workday to see your students' preferred names.
Great. Andy?
I unfortunately don't have much info on this, but I got an email recently in the last hour or so. There's also an ID piece that doesn't match, and I'm wondering if it's bringing in a global ID as opposed to the Workday ID. So if folks are looking in Starfish and they see not only the mismatch in name, but there might be something tied to ID as well. Just mentioning it, don't have a solution, but wanted to make folks aware.
Thank you, Andy. Does anyone have any questions or comments about those updates? So with the ability to edit inside of Workday, it's actually relatively easy for students, because one of the things that I also did at open registration is we made sure students' phone numbers were correct, right? And so they can go in and edit their phone number and their cell phone. All on the same page is where they can also edit their name. So it's all in the same space. It's relatively easy for our students to do that. So if you're working with a student and that's what they want to do, they can do that there. Is there any other new business? Okay, so what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to close the September 2023 College Senate meeting. We will be meeting again on October 10th in our regular room in Building B, and regular schedule as normal. And then I want everyone to stick around. We'll turn off the stream and have the town hall portion of our meeting. And then again, for those watching, anything that comes up during the town hall that needs to be communicated to the college community will be included under new business in the October College Senate meeting. Okay, so thank you for that. And we can turn the stream off. Let me know when it's off and we can do the town hall part.